Hi guys, so we're at our syndicate lake on the minute. All the rods are out and we've just got set up, and while we're not doing anything and there's no fish on, I'm just going to show you how to tie one of my rigs that I'm using. So we'll start right from the beginning. Everything's out and we'll, you know, as you can see, nothing's being made up. So we start off with called a soft end trap. I use the rig safe for the rigs when they're done, and you've also got the tackle safe, which you can see, and I'll show you up close in a bit. The good thing about it is it's got a measurement guide on it, so everything, you know, all your rigs can go the same amount of length. I use quarter end trap. I'll put 12 inches, so it only goes on to 8 inches. So once you do get 8, just keep your finger there, take another 4 off, give that a bit of a snip, and then I'll use a stripper tool and just strip 4.5 inches off. So again, measure 4.5 inches there. I thought I had a fish then, but it was just a duck. So up to now we've not had anything. We've had one take, which is on this rig that I'm showing you now, and I lost it in weed. So with a bit of luck we'll get another take and we can get it in the net. It's not been fishing that well over the past couple of weeks, but over the past couple of days a couple of people had a few out. All I can say about the stripper tool is if you strip a bit at a time, that's why it's taking a bit long. It's quite delicate, so what you can do is end up snapping the front off it. So if you strip a bit at a time, and there you can see the difference between it. What I'll do then, tie a little loop knot for the hair, so I'll probably take 1 inch off it. The reason I measure everything is so I can get the rigs pretty much the same length all the time. And if you're like me and you can't thread things through the hole for the knot, just use your bait needle, pop it through. When you're doing the rig, just make sure that when you're doing the bait, make sure that you've got the right bait on. So if you want it as a single bait, use it as a single bait. If you want it as a snowman rig, use it as a snowman rig. This one I'm going to do with a 12mm and a 15mm. The System X pop-ups. So just pop your bait needle through, your bait drill through on the both of them. The reason I say do it with what you want it, because as you'll see later on, once you put it's a blowback rig, so once you put the little bait, once you put the 2 baits on and you put the the ring on that goes over the hook, as you'll see in a minute, that's it then, it's set, so you won't be able to try and put anything else on it. So as you'd usually do with any hair rig, just pop the 2 baits over. Get yourself a little bait stop, whichever one you want to use. And you've got the selection of long, medium, short and then flat. I'll just use a flat one for now. So that's that on there, like that. So them boilies are on there now. So then you pick whatever hook you want to use. So I've got the option of, what I usually use for this one is a wide gauge size 4, and I'll always do sort of a couple of each, one in a weed green and one in like a brown. So what we'll do for this one, we'll use a brown one. What you want first of all, before you get that, is a little hook ring. So as you can see, just mentioning that tackle safe, it is quite compact, everything fits in and it's quite nice. You know, it could be a little bit bigger, but it does the trick. So you just thread your bait screw over. Then what you want to do is tie a knot. And make sure you go through the bait screw. So you pull that over. So it's under. Then what you want to do is make sure that you go through the little bait ring again, and then pull the bait ring down to the back of the boilies, go back through, and then you want to be pulling everything down nice and tight right to the back of them boilies there. Just push the knot down, push the bait screw down, keep going at it. Eventually it'll just tie the knot, which it's done for me. That's that. And now you can put your hook on. So what you want to do, you want to do it like a knotless knot. So what we've done is we'll go through the bait ring with the front of the hook. Take that little protector off because it won't fit. So we'll go through there like so. Then what you want to do is where the curve is, just keep that at the curve there. So that's where it sits, you know, just for the best hooking. What you want to do is put that through there. So as you've done that, wrap it round as many times as you like. What I like to do is about 6. And then once you've got your 6, just leave a little bit where you've stripped it, just so you get the flexibility. Just pop it back through the back there, pull it all round, pull it down. That's that all pulled down. Then the way I like to finish it is with a little quarter kicker. These are the large kickers. You can get them again in sort of green, which is clear, or you can get them in black, which is like a dark putty. I like to use it the putty one. So you just pop that through there. You get the hook in the position that it's in now, and make sure that the end of the kicker is pointing down, so you get the angle on it. It just aids hooking. Push it right down, and you'll see there's just a little bit now, just a tiny little bit. Don't know if you can see it there, where it's stripped. That just gives it all the flexibility. I mean, if it weren't stripped, you wouldn't have that flexibility. If I just show you, see if I can pull this back down. There, no, it's, you know, it's not it's trying to move all of it. So we're up to the kicker. The kicker's on. Like I say, leave a little bit of stripped just outside the kicker to give it that flexibility to sort of move as it wants. And then to finish it off, all I do, measure 2 inches this time rather than the 1 inch. Bend it over on itself. Nice, and it goes right. A nice loop. So what I usually do, instead of putting a swivel on it, I'll just use a knot, because all I do on all of my rigs is just use quick change swivels. So if anything's not working, I don't have to retie, I don't have to mess about. So on the top of the stripper, it's got a little cutout all I use is that and your rig puller. Just get hold of them, give it a good pull, everything's tight. So once you've pulled it all tight, that's when you know there's not going to be any slippage in any of the knots, and then snip off your tag ends. So, and that's it. That's your rig. Just a blowback rig with a little hook swivel, like a hook ring, sorry, not a hook swivel. Little hook ring, 2 boilies, nice and simple. And then if you do it like I do, pop an anti-tangle sleeve over it, which is all I do to finish it off. If you make your life easy like I've just not done, you could put that on before you tie the knot, and it saves you a load of hassle. It's not really hassle, but it makes it a lot easier. But if you don't do that, just use your bait needle again. Just push it over. And that's it there. Ready for your ring swivel, if you're going to use that. If you don't use that, just pop it over, double it over on itself, and make yourself, you know, tie a swivel onto it. I don't, personally. I like to just be as quick and efficient. If one rig's not working, I can change it over straight away. Just pop this quick change swivel off, pop it back on and get it back out. And as you can see, it'll just go back in, it'll go in there with the rest of them. So what I'll do is I'll show you how to do the 360 rig. That'll be the next one, and then I'll show you how to do the hinge stiff rig that I use. They're pretty much the only 3 rigs that I use. And I just, you know, I have variants of them. Like I say, I'll use the brown hooks, I'll use the weed hooks. To be fair, I only ever use the Corda soft end trap. And that's everything. So I'll see you when I next make a rig. Now, as you can see, just mentioning that
what?
Okay, get rid of that bit. Obviously. Hi guys. So we're out on a syndicate lake, and while we've got nothing to do, I'm going to show you how to tie one of my rigs that I'm using on one of my rods. Another video, show you how to make the 360 rig that I use, and then yeah.
If you want.
Ready? Let's go, Deanie.
Like I say, I'll use the brown hooks. I'll use the weed hooks.
Is there a video? Tell me when. I thought I heard a fish then, but it was just a duck. You ready?
Yeah.
Hi guys.